Makes sense to hold on to it. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. I feel like there's some. Today is Friday. But you know what's crazy is I'm really behind on videos. So I'm probably going to post these two videos. Well, this one today because it is Friday. And then I have two videos from yesterday that I just started editing, but I can't really do nothing on that phone because, well, I can't do nothing on this phone right here because I have some videos in there that I need to move to my hard drive. My hard drive was full. It filled up yesterday. It was no more. So I'm waiting for my next hard drive to come. It should be here this morning. It's at between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. Let me check. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. It's delivered. My son has been out with the dog, has taken the dog on a walk, has taken the trash out. How did you not see the package at the door, son? I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the mic off so y'all won't hear me because I'm about to let him have it. How did you not see the package? Hold on. I'll be right back. All right. Right when I opened my door, the package was at the bottom. It was at the door. Maxine was sitting in front. As soon as I opened my bedroom door, Maxine was sitting in front of my bedroom door, and the package was there as well. So let's open our package. We got our coffee. We got our coffee. We got our reefer. I got some, yeah, I got my hard drive, and I'm going to get that when I'm done with this video. I'm going to move my stuff, and then I also got some cluster glue for my lashes. So, yeah. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. Are you guys glad it's Friday? I'm glad it's Friday. I have a slight little headache, so hopefully a little bit of this caffeine will help me with my headache just a little bit. So do you guys have anything planned this weekend? I think I might go live this weekend. I haven't been live since when we were talking about traders. So it's been a few weeks. Yeah, no traders this week. Um, I didn't watch. I gotta watch Beverly Hills. I've been trying to get out all of the television shows before we do the nothing to talk about because it don't be nothing on the other ones to talk about. So I like to get out what the shows that we watch, and so like I do a lot of nothing to talk about, but we got to wait for the show to come on. And then Atlanta is coming back in April. So we'll be doing Beverly Hills, Atlanta, Bell Collective, Married to Medicine. And that's it. I think that's it. Married to Medicine, Bell Collective, Real Housewives. Yeah, that's typically what I do the most. Bell Collective. I like to stick to Bell Collective because Bell Collective is really, it's like, it's just some other people to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? Because I ooh, did y'all hear my ankle just pop? Damn. I remember when I was younger, when I stretch my legs out, like if I like stand with my legs spread out like farther, like like a X, like shaped like an X, and I bend this way and this way, both of my hips, the joints, they will pop. Like not the hips. Maybe it's the pelvic bone that's popping, not the hips, because it comes from the inside of my legs. And I remember the brother that's dead. He used to say, "One day you're gonna pop your ass out of socket." He used to say that all the time because I could just stretch my legs and it just pops, and I could do it this way and it pops that way. I would show you, but no, I can't show you because we're in a little. It's not really confined, but I mean, I could probably show you if I wanted. But girl, then we'd have to do it. A little curtain would have to draw and be like, "Erica after dark, Dinero after dark." You want to see me pop my butt, pop my butt? All right, so let's get to smoking, honey. Let's see what's down to the blogs.
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
Hopefully, you guys are just chilling. We just chilling, right? I know a lot of y'all say y'all roll up with me. Y'all roll up with me. We roll up together. I'm getting my reefer together so it don't fall out. We roll up together. Y'all get your drinks, your coffee. Depending on what time you're watching this. Get your libations. Get your fire and your air, and get grounded. The earth, air, the fire, the water. Get grounded. We got our libations. We got our reefer. So we got the fire and the air and the earth, baby. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Girl, would y'all let me babysit your kids? You can always tell when they come from Auntie Erica's house, from Titi Erica's house. What'd you learn at Titi Erica's house today? Men ain't shit. Erica, please stop teaching my daughter that men ain't shit. No, every day we gonna. Now here's another example. Melissa Ford's on Shambooty's channel. I saw something about dating things, dating rich men, which when dating rich men, what they don't tell you about dating rich men. I think that was like part of the title. Anyway, so let's see what's going on. Okay, this is Baller Alert. Did I start following Baller Alert? I think I did. Oh, I did. Because I was like, why is Baller Alert coming up on my feed? I didn't used to follow Baller Alert. So I guess. All right, so it says, and then y'all didn't have to vote for him. That's the crazy part. Y'all didn't have to vote for him. But and look at this is an example of how the patriarchy the patriarchy is in everyone. Somebody said on my channel yesterday that trans women, they can be misogynistic and this and that. This is a misogynistic system. You have to unlearn the misogyny, honey, because it's been drilled in you from the beginning. Little boys have always been told the worst that you can be is like a girl. So you think when you grow up that you're going to want to vote for a girl? I'm not going to vote for a girl. What are you talking about? That's the worst thing you can be. But look at putting your bets on a man. Look what it gets you. Look at the state of the world, not just the United States, the world. And United States is probably, with this need, this insatiable need and appetite to be in control, to conserve old ways. That's what conservative means. Why? What are you trying to conserve? When was it ever great? Even for you, it's never been great. They don't care. They don't care who dies. Their goal is money. That is their God. They tell you they believe in Jesus. They tell you they believe in Muhammad. They tell you they believe in whatever, the Torah, whatever the hell. They tell you they believe in all these things. They don't believe in none of this shit. And then that's why you are being controlled by it, because you literally govern your life by it. They'll use it. They'll use the patriarchy playbook to get you riled up, to get you into your emotions, but they don't follow that shit. It's just a book that they use in an effort to control. We're just using it. We don't follow this shit at all. We will use it. We will weaponize it. We will use it against you. We will use it in an effort to put controls on your bodies as women. We will continue to use the Bible and then tell you it's separation between church and state. Is it? When you use the Bible to justify the way that you are violent in this world, and then the citizens who are practicing this faith, going to church every Sunday, doing all the things, going to the mosque, doing all these things. That is just for you to be in control. Let's control the people through the idea that you are going to have great riches in the afterlife. Let's control them that way. Let's tell them that. While tell them their ancestral practices are demonic, while we use them to further our agenda, we're going to tell them that it's evil. Then we're going to give them a book that has nothing to do with nothing and tell them that they need to govern their lives by this 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 year old text. You need to govern your life by this. And then you will govern your life by that. And then you will sit in your bigotry and shake your finger at people. Meanwhile, everything they told you was wrong. Like I said, it is literally upside down. It's literally upside down. And this is what happens. Put your trust in a nigga. Stupid bitch. How you figure? Like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? But there are women who will say out of their mouth, I don't want a woman because because what happens when she has her period? She's going to be emotional. Are you for real? Are you really for real? She's going to be emotional. Emotional is starting a war with no approval and literally about to affect the entire globe. It's called a world war, and that is about to start. So shout out to the preppers, the doomsday preppers, girl. I know y'all down there stocked up. And what's his name? He really should, wherever bunker he's in, he needs to stay there. Because the girls are not happy. The people are not happy. Donald Trump says Americans should worry about potential attacks in the United States as tensions with Iran rise. Iran is like, girl, y'all with your old ass weapons. And you know what? I always say, the United States is behind on literally every industry known to the globe. Almost every industry, the United States, except the military. But when I'm reading that you haven't updated your operating systems, you haven't updated your weapons, that these people your attempts are being strike down. They're saying that your missiles and things are old, out of date. So I'm over here thinking like, oh, the only thing that the United States leads in is the military. Well, evidently that's a fucking lie too. Because they said the people over there in the mountains, baby, they are ready to play. You want to play? They're not playing. They are not playing. They don't care who dies. They don't care. Yep, just know the government is finna plan something and act like Iran did it. Yep, that is part of being woke. It's not allowing these systems to tell you how to govern your lives, knowing that they don't even care about your lives. It is insane that all of this stuff is happening, and still in the messaging, there's some like, we're gonna keep, what did he say yesterday? We're gonna keep men out of women's sports, but then you bomb a school full of little girls. You don't care about women. They don't care about women. I don't even need, that's what I said yesterday in my video yesterday. Y'all are so like thirsty and desperate for this idea that men are protecting you, and it's not real. And it's like literally a literal fantasy. Girl, that's all I gotta say about it. Okay, let's see. Britney Spears. Oh my gosh, she got arrested for DUI. I talked about it in another video, but now apparently she was held from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, no, to 6 o'clock in the morning, and said that they're taking the matter seriously. It was an unfortunate incident that is completely unexcusable. Britney is going to take the right steps to comply with the law, and hopefully this can be the first step in a long overdue change that needs to occur in Britney's life. Hopefully she can get the help and support she needs during this difficult time. The representative also revealed Spears' family plan to rally around her following the arrest. Her loved ones are going to come up with an overdue needed plan to set her up for success for her well-being. Spears' sons, Sean Preston and Jaden James, 19 and 20, are also expected to spend some time with her soon. She shares both sons with her ex-husband, Kevin Federline, with whom she was married from 2004 to 2007. A source close to the family told Us Weekly that those around Spears are hoping the incident becomes a turning point. I hope this is a wake-up call for her. Spears faced intense public scrutiny for years. Her father, Jamie Spears, placed her under conservatorship in 2008. Isn't he dead? Didn't he die? I feel like didn't Jamie Spears die? I don't know. Anyways, the legal arrangement, which controlled many aspects of her personal and financial life, was officially terminated by a Los Angeles judge. We were talking about Britney Spears, but I got bored because I'm like, girl, okay, we get it. Britney Spears will be okay. We just don't want her in a conservatorship again. She'll be fine. She just needs somebody around her who actually cares about her and is not trying to get money off our twirling diva. You understand what I'm saying? Girl, what in the hell? All right, so yeah, so Britney is fine. So something else I left a comment on. Here, let me go. I'm gonna go down the list. I just left some comments on a couple of things. I was like, let's find something to talk about while I transfer these videos to the hard drive. So hold on, let me tell you what I left comments on. And then there was another person in the comments that was saying something about like, I didn't take off my cape for cisgender heterosexual men to put a cape on for trans women, because you don't see trans women as women. You don't honor their identity as women. You still see them as males. And so you believe that when somebody is going up for a trans woman, that is them just caping for men, and that's just not it. I think it's so it weakens your, I don't know, your integrity. It weakens your integrity when you say that you look at Madison and you see a man, or when you look at Dominique, you see a man, or when you look like at India Moore, you see a man, and when you look at all of these trans women, you see men. That's not, you're being intellectually dishonest. And then you lose, like that's when nobody, either they don't even want to have conversations with you because you're starting off being dishonest, right? Y'all literally thought Miss Netta was born female. So what does that tell you? Do you understand? So many people thought that Miss Netta, who was born male, was born female. You know why? Because there are women who born female who look like Miss Netta. A lot of us have those women in our families. But then you're going to turn around and look at T.S. Madison or any of these public facing trans women and say that they look like men, and then go all the way back and say, I'm not taking off, I didn't take off my cape for cisgender heterosexual men who are actually, you should take your cape off because they are harming you. They don't mean you well. And they have successfully triangulated you with other women. And now you're saying, I'm not going to, I'm sticking up for women, all women. That's what I said. You identify as a woman, and all of the stuff that goes on in the news, you don't see that coming from Black trans women. You see that coming from white trans women. You see a lot of that foolishness that you see when these news story pops up and they post, it's some old million head white trans woman doing whatever it is that they've done, and they're being accused of whatever. You don't see that. And that's what I'm telling you. You don't see it in this in this black trans woman. You don't see it. That's why I said bring the proof, bring the reviews, bring the research that shows that they are a threat. They are a social threat to you, to the point where you will, like, it's really insane. It's a level of insanity to give your money to a person that wants to harm anyone. Just but the fact that they want to harm women and then put it in the guise of protecting you. You really believe that him harming another person is protecting you? He should be harming the straight men, not the he should be harming the straight men. If you want to harm some people, harm the men that are pedophiles. Harm the men who are raping children. Harm those people. These people living their lives, that's so insane to me. It doesn't make sense to me. And nobody is putting a cape on, because you see, and then that's another thing. You see these people not as they are identifying, as they're showing up in society. And then you lie and say that's not a man. That's not a woman. That's not a woman. That don't look like no woman. You're not telling the truth. So no one even wants to have a conversation with you. And the truth of the matter is, nobody is trying to convince you to, quote, accept something that you don't necessarily agree with. But there are so many white people who do not agree with your very existence as a black woman. They don't agree with it. They don't agree with it. They don't agree that you're women. They don't agree that you are the beauty standard. They don't agree. They don't agree with it. They don't agree with it. And some of them want you not to live anymore because of that. And your threat is not trans women. And the fact that black women have taken on, like, you don't want to be included in the feminist movement with the white women, but you'll take on their ideologies as turfs. And then you're not. And then the crazy part of it is, whenever these groups of women who sit on platforms and have issues with trans people, when there is an issue between a cisgender straight man and a woman, guess whose side they take? These women that are on platforms saying that Naquan is protecting black women, he's doing a service to black women. And the people are, oh, yes, he's protecting this and that. But whenever it's a man and a woman, a cisgender heterosexual man and a woman that are in conflict, these women that are sitting on all these platforms saying that Naquan is protecting black women, they will take the man's side every single time. That's why I say y'all just disgruntled dick worshipers. That's all that it is. And it's just the patriarchy. Your patriarchy, penis loving weirdos. And your identity is so tethered to the man's penis that you get upset that the men that you are attracted to, that you want to spend your life with, that you've been promised to experience this black love experience, they're having sex with those same men, and you have a problem with it. And that's what I said. Like, and then, like, the idea of somebody, well, I want to read that comment. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Real quick. Oh, he said, this is Black Rose 59, who identifies as a lesbian, says, great talking points. Although I think trans women who are born male carry misogyny and patriarchy towards women. Misogyny and falling in line with the patriarchy is something that we are all taught. We are all taught to have a latent disdain for women, to the point where you won't even vote a woman in political office. Look. There's a latent, like, because I just know how women are. Mammies, pick-me's, male identified women, gay men, straight men, Asian men, white men, black women, white women, Asian women. The patriarchy, where there's a father God religion, the patriarchy doesn't like women. Everybody is taught that through your culture, through your religion, through your language, through your media. You're taught that. So to try to say that trans women are misogynistic and fall in line with the patriarchy, yes, they do. Their bodies, they get gender affirming surgery so their bodies can look like what the patriarchy has curated women's bodies to look like. Everybody suffers from that. That's a part of you have to unlearn that. You have to unlearn it. So you can't say trans women be misogynistic. So do men, so do women, so do cis women. So misogynistic, so having this issue with women. How many times have you heard a woman say, I don't trust women. I don't have women friends. That's misogyny. It's misogyny. Misogyny can be practiced by anyone, regardless of race, gender, education, location. It doesn't matter. So that, yes, okay. And now what? We're down here always talking about dismantling our ideas, our internalized misogyny, women who hate women. That's the whole point of this. Everybody needs to unlearn the shit. You're going to experience misogyny. You can experience misogyny from anyone. Does that make sense? So saying that, and then the crazy part is you have an experience with an individual trans person and they call you all kind of names, drag you down, you do the same back, y'all throwing dicks and pussies at each other. Then you apply that experience that you had with that individual to the rest of the 3% of trans people in this country. And say, because they be calling you, they be doing this, and it'd be one person that you had an experience with. That's why I said the other day, it's an individualized thing. Y'all have an experience with one person, and then you spread the label all over everyone. And you don't like when white people do that to you. You don't like when other groups of people do that to you. And if you don't see how your movements and your ideas don't help men who are effectively your greatest threat, no matter your race, no matter your education level, no matter your location, no matter. But them being a social threat to you has never been the case in history, ever. And then your idea, and you rooted in your binary idea, that's the matrix. You're assimilating to a binary way of thinking to the point where you are enraged that somebody steps outside of that box. You become enraged that someone else is living their life in the full spectrum and you want them to live their life black or white, and that's it. That is why I will always, whether you think it's caping for men in dresses, I will cape for people who break outside of the white, male, heterosexual, Christian, thin, able-bodied ideologies. If you fall out of line of that programming, I absolutely support that. That's like me. Rebel against all this shit. You guys are trying to conserve structures that oppress you. You standing behind a pedophile while he tells you what a man and a woman is and isn't, that you really have to reevaluate, like, what am I following when I'm standing behind a pedophile agreeing with them? A criminal telling you this is it's only two genders. No, that's not true. And the crazy part is all you have to do is read to know that that's not true. In fact, The two-spirit, third gender were revered. The people would go to them for advice. Like, were praised, were honored. And now you live in a system where you're abiding by Agent Smith's, the patriarchy playbook. It can be embodied by anyone. The point is for everyone to step out of that. And then that's the most freeing thing. But you want to live under repressive, confined ideologies and ideas about the human experience. And then you don't even see it as a way that it's controlling you. It's literally controlling you. You gave money to a man who says he wants to harm people based on just the way that they are living their lives. They're not doing anything to you. Anything. Have you I have gotten in arguments or disagreements online with trans people, with gay men. Do you think try to insult their identity? That's not that it doesn't make sense. And I think a lot of y'all do that because in this system you don't have any freedom, and so you feel powerful being able to punch down, and that's where you get your power from. And you really have to reevaluate where you get your power from. You're powerless in this binary. You are, sister. You are. You running around shaking your finger at people living their lives. Yes, you will get in disagreements with people. Yeah, I mean that's normal. I've been in disagreements with people from all walks of life. I don't judge the rest of the people. Like, don't you understand what that looks like? You got into a disagreement with a trans woman, or a trans woman had a relationship with a man that you were in a relationship with, or you wanted to have a relationship, and you get angry. Why? You have to analyze that. What you're doing is like going projecting, and you're not reflecting. You should be reflecting instead of projecting. You should be reflecting on why you feel. Why do you feel angry? Why do you feel like that? Where did you learn that from? Who taught you that? It's deeper than identity. We can't pretend it doesn't exist. Look at Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner operates as a white, cisgender, heterosexual male. That's her mindset. She identifies as a trans woman, but her mindset is very much stuck in conservative, white, male, heterosexual Christian ideas. And it's clear and evident. But that same ideology can be embodied by a cisgender heterosexual woman. The same white male head. Look at all the women in this asshole's cabinet that he uses. All the women are in court. All the women are in court getting dragged, and then he fires them. Y'all standing up in front. That's caping for men. These violent pedophiles, that's caping for men. You standing behind a criminal saying, yeah, I agree with him. A clock is right 2 times a day. He rapes little girls, girl. You standing behind him. You're standing behind a white man telling you what a man and a woman is.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really.
I've heard many trans women threaten to fight women. That's causing harm. Yes, people are going to fight. People are going to be in conflict. But are they in conflict because the person is trans? Are they in conflict because you have a different view set or personality? Are you in conflict because the person identifies as a trans person? Then you're doing it all wrong. Why are you in conflict with this person? Oh, because they said something wrong to me. Oh, okay. And they happen to be trans. Oh, okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know you do. Have you heard what some of them said about women? I understand what people say about women. I understand the insults that, what's the first thing another woman says to another woman? Y'all be so mad at fish that literally the first thing y'all do when you're ready to insult women, when women are ready to insult another woman, you go for her hygiene. You go for her hygiene. And then you want to say, get mad at everybody. You insult, you use the same insult. That's why when you look in another community and they're using it as a compliment, you're triggered by it because you have a negative association to it when they have taken it and made it into a compliment. But you yourself, girl, will talk about a woman's pussy smelling like orange roughy. You will. I can't stand the DO whisper, by the way. I'm lesbian and these married men tell me their dirty secrets about trans women all the time. It gets dangerous. And that's the crazy part, is because like I said, I remember Tasha K saying, just tell us who they are. No, ask. Stop creating environments that are unsafe. These men are already deceptive. They're already deceptive. That's not a trans woman's fault. And she doesn't, it's not her responsibility to tell you. What is it, girls? The kiss and don't tell? Don't nobody kiss and tell. Now, when they start exposing these men, it's because they've done something to them. Like, and if you, like I said on my other video, if you on DL Whisperer's door, knocking on his door, the answer is yes, girl. Don't even give him any more money. The answer is yes. And he's not protecting you. He's in jail with no bail and nobody showed up for him. Nobody. None of you. None of you. Anyways, let me get to the next topic. Shoo. Shoo. And then y'all got to stop thinking just because a man rejects you or is mean to you, that means he's gay. No, straight men are mean to women. It says Anderson Paak, wife files for support weeks after he's seen out with Jeannie Mai. Anderson Paak's wife files for support weeks after he's seen out with Jeannie Mai. Anderson Paak's divorce is seeing new movement as his estranged wife, Jaylyn, has filed updated requests involving custody and financial support. According to legal documents filed earlier this week in Los Angeles and obtained by TMZ, Jaylyn is asking the court for primary physical custody of the couple's two children, 9 and 13. She was requesting that both parents share legal custody while the Grammy-winning artist would receive secondary physical custody along with visitation rights. Jaylyn is also requesting spousal support as a part of the divorce proceedings. In addition, she asked the court to terminate its ability to award spousal support to Anderson Paak. This sounds normal. Is listed as irreconcilable differences. The pair tied the knot in November 2010. In a new paperwork, Jaylyn listed the date of separation as to be determined, the same designation Anderson Paak used when he originally filed for divorce in 2024. Nearly 2 years after the divorce proceedings appeared to move slowly through the court system without major developments. However, the latest filing comes as a public interest in Anderson Paak's life has increased. So he's been seen around with Jeannie Mai, kissing and things like that. And then his ex-wife is also an Asian woman. I think he is, I don't know. Hold on, let's see. Anderson Paak. Ethnicity. Korean. Yeah, so he is Black American and Korean. His mother was born in South Korea. His father is a Black American soldier, and he was later adopted by a Black family in Compton. Both of his wife is Asian, and then of course Jeannie Mai, and then yeah. So Anderson Paak. Please don't get in my comments talking about he's 3/4. He's one half. He's a teaspoon of. I don't care. Okay, please don't do that. Let's see. Because as far as I'm concerned, we're just all. It's like we're just all. We're just all, and that's it. Nobody is a percentage, and this percentage, and this percentage. That just doesn't make sense. Hold on 1 second. Oh. I was gonna stop, but I have a few minutes before this meeting. I was just pulling. I have this like little like it's called a tarot deck, but it's not really a tarot deck. It's called Tough Shit Tarot. Some of you might have it, but it's like little oracle cards, and they're really cute. I've had them. I've had them for years, but I was going through my decks. I collect decks, and I was going through my decks, and I was like, let me pull this out, and I thought it's cute. They say it's like little. It's like little like tough, like they like tough love type of energy, tough love type of energy, like get your shit together type of energy, right? I'm gonna read you one of them. Okay, I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna pull it. And it's cute. They're so cute. I haven't read all of them yet, but the two that I pulled for myself this morning were actually like right on point. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's pull. Okay, I'm gonna pull these two. See what they say. Okay, this one says, stop your whining. A little gratitude for even the smallest, most everyday things will go a long way in helping you find passion in your friendships and romantic relationships. Don't pay lip service to gratitude, and don't put too much energy into ignoring things you aren't grateful for. Instead, just set aside a few short moments each day and focus on what you're truly grateful for. Okay, and this one says, horny. Explore a new sexual relationship. Don't make it weird. Don't get attached to the idea of commitment. Just go get laid and remember to be safe. Happy Friday. Don't get caught up. Just go get some cootie cat or some Peter Whacker, whatever y'all like. Go get it, girl. The girls like some little booty, little booty. I told some lady today to go wrap her lips around something so she could shut the fuck up talking to me. Put something in her mouth. My zipper is stuck. That's what Robin Harris used to say. Shout out to Robin Harris. That's what you tell a heckler. Okay? Whenever y'all getting heckled, somebody put something in her mouth. My zipper is stuck. I have a few minutes left. Let's see. So Anderson Paak, he's getting a divorce. It's the stuff that she's asking for and wanting to give him sounds like normal stuff to me. It doesn't sound like any major thing. So if he is dating Jenny Mai, so what? Who cares? So what? Who cares? Okay. To see the stories. Terrence Howard admits his temper cost him major Hollywood roles, says he lost Iron Man after threatening to knock producer Joel Silver's teeth out. Let's listen to what he says.
And he says to me, Trump had, same thing happened with me and Joel Silver. I'm doing the Brave one. And we're at the Venice Film Festival, and some reporter out of nowhere gaslights me.
By
and he
saying
says
what?
to me, he says, he's like, why isn't your name above the titles with Jody? And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, why isn't my name above the titles with Jody? So I started making calls as if that was my right. And it wasn't. And then Joe Silver came and had a conversation with me. He's like, the reason your name isn't above the titles is because you're not the star of this thing. It's Jody. And if you get nominated for an Oscar, it's going to be for supporting actor. It's not going to be for best actor. And I was like, okay, thank you for telling me that. Now I understand. But you have to remember, I'm a man just like you. And if you ever talk to me in that way again, I'm going to knock your teeth out your mouth.
You said that.
This is what I said. And then I have to fly back on a private flight with him. And Susan Downey is his producing partner on that. And then maybe 8 months later, I lose Iron Man. And wow. I'm sure that all of those things played their part, but I got gaslit. He did the right thing in coming and talking to me, but I responded in this aggressive manner instead of being cool about and understanding that, you know, you get what's supposed to come to you.
Tough thing to admit to, though. Oh, you're in a business where it's image. It's so you're to take so yours. So how could you have done it differently?
No,
you go back.
I would have just let it pass with him asking, you know, shouldn't you be above the titles? Well, if I should be above the titles, I would be. You know, you are where you're supposed to be. Now I understand that. I had a meeting with Denzel once, and he told me, he was like, look at your hands, man. You're always like this. Your fists are all balled up. He said, and all these producers want to do is they're trying to open your hand and so they can put money in it.
Put money in it. I know that's right.
You won't do it. You keep your hands all tight like this. And you're blowing it.
This is like this. Can't receive.
And this is 20 years ago.
Holy moly! What kind of advice? So 20 years ago, were you at your? Were you come? 20 years ago would be what? 19? No. 2006. So 20 years ago.
It was right before. It was maybe about 20. It was right before I did Hustle and Flow. It was right before, because I ended up going back into the chitlin circuit. I was no longer being supported by the studios again. You know, because I was so aggressive.
How many times?
At least 8 times. I've had a number of opportunities, and you know, but my aggression, you know, my need to be a man. You ain't gonna talk to me like that.
Didn't he just have a conversation with someone the other day talking about how the way that men should act? I remember Terrence Howard. We were just talking about Terrence Howard, and he was saying some things. Terrence Howard be like, you know, he says some things, but he
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through.
Shut up, girl. Shut up.
He was saying something that I was like, see, he hasn't unlearned that part. Like, some people are enlightened to things that are happening around them. But again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, they're holding on to something that ultimately is harming them, right? You're not going to talk to me. I'm a man and this and that, but it's costing you jobs. Like, you such a man and it's costing you jobs. You don't have enough self-control. You don't have enough self-discipline. What are you mad about? But they only teach you or encourage anger and lust from men. So you either mad or you want to fuck. And then that's it. There's no in between. Anything else is like a girl. And who the hell wants to be like a girl? So I'm a man. I gotta hold on to being a man. That's what I said. It harms everybody. And when did we just listen to Dame Dash calling Charlemagne gay as if that's an insult? Oh, we didn't talk about that. I think I was just leaving a comment. He was calling Charlemagne gay if that's if it's an insult, and then saying, I feel like he's acting like a straight person and he's trying to influence people to be gay. That's homophobia, y'all. Because if you can influence people to be gay, if that was possible, then that means that you can influence people to be straight. And guess what they do? That influence and encouragement happens very, very early. You're not going to tell me there's not no quote unquote straight agenda. That's the agenda, to keep you believing that. That's the reason why people believe when women are critiquing men that you must be a lesbian, you must be gay. There's no way, there's no either or. It's just either or, either or. That's it. And so if I'm criticizing or somebody's criticizing your behavior, you're going to be like, they're gay or they're a lesbian. It's like, girl, that's not it. That has nothing to do with what my critique of you. And it's weird because you think that in order to be either lesbian, you must hate men. There's so many lesbians out here that love men. They love them. They're not sexually attracted to them. But you think just because the person isn't available to you, now they gay. Like all this shit is crazy, y'all. And no, that's the point of having these conversations, is to unlearn it, because it doesn't do anybody any favors. This man is talking about how he's losing out on money because he want to be a man. He got to be a man, and you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Guess what? Well, I'm not gonna hire you on the next job, so we don't have to talk at all.
Instead of learning how to diffuse and to walk away and to smile, okay, this isn't your day, or this isn't my road right now. But I've been beat up so much as a little kid because I was light skinned with green eyes in a black neighborhood, and they used to slap me and say, watch him turn red. And I had to learn how to fight at 13, 14. And once I learned how to fight, now I'm gonna make everybody pay for what's happened to me. And that's what I realized I was doing. I'm just battling. I'm
Yourself.
battling shadows from the past. You ain't gonna punk me, And it's like I was punking myself.
Yep.
So that's the hardest thing, to get out of your own way, to recognize, oh, wow, this ain't even about.
Did I tell you sometimes Terrence Howard be on the right frequency? Sometimes he be right on the right frequency. And sometimes they don't, and sometimes we don't, right? Sometimes we don't, because we're unlearning things that have been taught to us very early. Him being slapped, and then taking that and basically saying that I had to deal with my shadows. I was in the street fight myself, but I got to take that to everybody. I'm taking that same energy to everybody. You ain't gonna punk me. What?
The same thing happened with me and Joe Silver. I'm doing the brave one.
That's how you hold yourself accountable. You don't make excuses. You don't say, but. You acknowledge, this is where I got it from. This is how it made me. This is what I did. It wasn't the right way, and I'm not doing it that way anymore. That's accountability and responsibility. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes Terrence Howard be on the right frequency. Sometimes he be coming out here saying some crazy shit, but sometimes he be on the right Iron Man. Sometimes he be on the right frequency. Somebody said beige rage is real. He says not having emotional regulation will always cost you. It just sucks when when your anger is valid, but you got to keep it in check. My first job had those framed quotes. Don't let your attitude determine your altitude. He needed the anger management because he would have been a wonderful Iron Man. He missed some serious money with that Iron Man loss because of what? And he's explaining to you it's because of my anger, holding on to stuff from the past, not letting it go, and then allowing it to affect my relationships. And then literally saying I had to be a man. Like that literally cost you money. You wanted to be, look at Dame Dash over there. His mouth is empty. His face is empty. He has no teeth. And he's still over there with his eye. He looked like he had pink eye. Nigga, you look like you got pink eye and no teeth, talking about he trying to teach people how to be gay. You sound so stupid. You don't sound like you were part of a bender of culture. You don't act like you were a part of a culture that was supposed to progress people. Hey, he over there, Charlemagne is gay. Like you really over there looking like Uncle Ruckus, no teeth and a pink eye. Thinking calling somebody gay is an insult. Listen to Dame Dash. What was that? I think that was on Baller Alert. Hold on. Let me go to it. You talking about you trying to make people be gay. I think Charlemagne is just secretly gay and he trying to say things that make you think he's straight and that's coming from a straight man, but it's not coming from a straight man. Listen to this nigga here. Listen.
He's gay. Usually Charlemagne's gay. And he's a gay man pursuing what?
He's gay.
You're funny.
He acts too gay. I mean, I wouldn't call him gay to his face. He wasn't bothered. And the thing is, I think what they're doing is making people that are gay look heterosexual. So another heterosexual person might think that that's a heterosexual point of view and do what he's doing. So my problem is if he's pretending he's something he's not, and he has other people influenced by what he's doing, it's not fair. You should be honest. You know, it's like a trick. So, like, for example, and again, it's hard to talk about people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, pause. Puff rubbing niggas nut on his chest, that's gay to me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I believe if the world might have known that he might have been like that, it would be harder for him to allegedly Charlemagne be around certain men because they'd be like, yo, you gay. You understand? Or to influence people.
That makes sense.
So I don't think if you're a person that's meant to influence people that are not gay, that they would let you know that they are. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why is everyone hiding who they are? Like if the nigga rubs nut on his chest, pause, and you should just say he's gay. I don't think anyone would matter. I don't think anyone would care. But it would be a situation where a lot of heterosexual people probably wouldn't be like, yo, get your arm around me, or like I'm not going in your pool, or you know what I mean? Like you can't get as cool with someone if you've already established certain boundaries.
Got you.
Man's gay, and he's a gay man pursuing.
And then they laugh. What's so fucking funny?
You're funny. He acts too gay. I mean, I wouldn't call him gay to his face. He wasn't bothered. And the thing is, I think what they're doing is making people that are gay look heterosexual. So another heterosexual person might think that that's a heterosexual point of view and do what he's doing. So my problem is if he's pretending he's something he's not, and he has other people influenced by what he's doing, it's not fair. You should be honest. It's like a trick. So like, for example, and again, it's hard to talk about people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, pause. Puff rubbing niggas nut on his chest, that's gay to me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I believe if the world might have known that he might have been like that, it would be harder for him to allegedly be around certain men because they'd be like, yo, you gay. You understand? Or to influence people.
That makes sense.
So I don't think if you're a person that's meant to influence people that are not gay, that they would let you know that they are. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
it's like,
you sound insane,
why is
bro.
everyone hiding who they are? Like if the nigga rubs nut on his chest, pause, and you should just say he's gay. I don't think anyone would matter. I don't think anyone would care. But it would be a situation where a lot of heterosexual people probably wouldn't be like, yo, get your arm around me, or like I'm not going in your pool, or you know what I mean? Like you can't get as cool with someone if you've already established certain boundaries.
Got you.
Can you imagine a white man saying that? Can you imagine a white dude on thing saying, I don't want you to be around certain people to be able to influence people. You know what I'm saying? It's like a trick. I don't want you to be able to trick. That's homophobia. Like all of that, what he's saying, and you sitting up there literally looking like Uncle Ruckus. And you are the father to children. I would be mortified if my father was on any platform saying some shit like that. I would literally be like, I don't know. Who? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know him, girl. I don't know that man. I don't know. That's your father? Eric, I could have swore you said that was your... I don't know. I didn't know my dad. My mom, I don't know. My birth certificate was blank in the dad section, girl. I don't know. Ain't no way in the world. I would be mortified if any family member of mine was on a platform saying some shit like this. You're gross. I'm going to read some of the comments. Dame Dash is off his rocker. His obsession with another man's sexuality is gay. I never understand people care about somebody being gay. Hearing a 40-year-old man say pause is so ridiculous. Well, why can't he admit he's broke? When are we going to stop using gay as an insult? Why are we using gay as an insult again? Here, that's a second comment. How do you get on this topic? Why are people interviewing Dame? When was the last time he was relevant in the community? He's so obsessed with the gays. Any man who is truly heterosexual not be this obsessed with another man's sexuality. And the crazy part of him saying that him being gay and quote influencing culture, as if you don't use terminology in everyday language that was the origins were either ballroom culture or the gay community as a whole. Like, come on. And it's so crazy that people act like that's the weirdest thing. And that is the weirdest thing, that you feel like that's why the representation matters. That's why the representation matters, because you literally believe that only straight heterosexual Black men influenced the culture that you say that you're a part of, or the community. You act like gay people didn't have any influence. Like gay people didn't have any influence. Trans people didn't have any influence. Any? Really? That's what I'm saying. You're not. It's like, what are you regurgitating? Where are you getting these ideas from? Because the truth of the matter is, you can just read and see. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, girl, I had to take a meeting real quick, honey. But I need something over my legs. I have on shorts, and so I need a blanket over my legs. Hold on. Come on, girl. Hold on, girl. Hold on, girl. Okay, girl, let's go. Okay, so what were we talking about? Dame Dash and his ignorant ass. Um, there is no such thing as a masculine gay man. Not every gay man flaunts. There is a such thing as masculine gay man. Not every gay man flaunts a rainbow and acts like a female. Isn't this the chatty patty behavior he dislikes so much? What's really hilarious is Dame so far gone. Dame is so far gone that he doesn't realize they're not laughing with him. They're literally laughing at him, the same way Charlemagne did when he tried to use gay as an insult when he did the Breakfast Club interview. Yeah, Dame Dash has lost it. This is weird. Okay, so do we want to come back for another video? Oh my God, we do. We want to come back for another video. Let's see. We talked about Britney Spears. We talked about Kimora. Kimora is across the street. Kimora is across the street. Girl, that is so funny to me. How come you didn't tell me my little beanie was lifted up like that? Girl, I kind of have an attitude today. I kind of have a little attitude, but I'm not ready to talk about it. But I'm good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, girl. It is all good, girl. Girl, I don't know why it takes so long for this thing to light up. You hear the roosters? They're like, girl, it's morning. It's morning. And we slept the night away. It happened. Now what? The hands are tied. Yes, we still have this moment. We've got to face one simple fact. We both belong to someone else. As we slept the night away as we lay. Yeah. Didn't think about tomorrow as we lay. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. As we lay. Hey. We forgot the price first we had to pay. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, it's morning, and now it's time for us to say goodbye. Mm. Goodbye, baby. You're leaving me. I know you gotta hurry home to face your wife. I would never, never want to hurt her. No. Ah, she never understand. Yes, you belong to me for just one night. As we slept the night away, as we lay. Yes, come on. Come on, as we lay. No, 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 no. It's morning. And now it's time for us to say goodbye. Goodbye, baby. You're leaving me. Yeah, she's so cute. Funny Marco. Is that his daughter? Because she called him Marco. She was like, Marco, is that your earrings? She's really cute. Did y'all see Pinky Cole down there explaining? Girl, down there explaining, like, I don't understand what is going on, girl. It's cringy. Slutty vegan founder Pinky Cole channel Soldier Boy explains different types of bankruptcy in a rap. Chapter 7. It's creative, but she literally got dressed up in some overalls and it's a lot. Bankruptcy, learn the code, 7 liquid roll, you reorganize, 13 pay it back slow. Trustee, if you file 11. She's talking about the different, because people are, I think it's funny, but I think it's also a little corny, because I'm like, girl, that's a lot. Listen to it.
If you're filing Chapter 13, you get some years to pay back debt that trustee turn in the RoboCop. Filing Chapter 7 means you liquidate that business, man. When you sell those assets, then you turn around and close that thing. Now you, if you're filing Chapter 13, you get some years to pay back debt that you a trustee. If you file 11, then you're making money every day, protecting all your assets, man. That court approves a plan to pay. Bankruptcy, let's learn the code. 7, liquidate and roll. 11, you reorganize. 13, pay back. You a trustee.
She's explaining bankruptcy because the people the people said she filed for bankruptcy, and so she must be broke. So she's explaining. Girl, I don't know what is going on in the world today, girl. I'm just over here on a kitty cloud. It's a lot going on, y'all. It is a lot going on in the world. Okay, I'm out here. So what else are we talking about? I think that's enough for this video. Hey. Okay, let's see, girl. Eggs are pretty. Look at that. Ooh, that's a lot, honey. That's so fancy. Okay, let's go back to down to the blogs, y'all. Oh my God! Every time I go in,
apologize. I want to publicly apologize to the internet, to God, to anybody that I offended, anybody that I've hurt with my words, maybe on the mic, or maybe my opinions, or maybe me saying something out of like a response or flesh instead of truly letting it marinate in the Holy Spirit and let him speak through me. When I started this platform,
it's so funny when y'all say, that's how I know y'all are fake, because when you say allow the Holy Spirit for him to speak through me, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And if you know, you know, because girl, absolutely not. You're fake. If you say, I'm going to allow the Holy Spirit, him, to speak through me.
In a really dark, saying something out of like a response or flesh instead of truly letting it marinate in the Holy Spirit and let him speak through me. When I started this platform, I was in a really dark space. A part of me starting LTTA was to prove that I could stand on my own, or prove that y'all aren't going to keep me down, or prove that I'm going to have a podcast. It's going to be successful. It's going to be the number one podcast in the world. I'm BSimone. Y'all ain't going to keep me down for long. And I can't say at the beginning of this, my relationship was as strong with God as it is now. So at the beginning of this, yes, I made a lot of mistakes. Yes, there was a lot of bleeding on the internet. Yes, I was so broken when I started LTTA. And I'm just so grateful that I can publicly say this. I can publicly take accountability. I'm glad God is shifting my heart. I'm so different, and God is working on me, and he just chose me to be worked on publicly. So y'all are going to constantly see me fall. Y'all are going to constantly see me sway and bend and break, but y'all are going to constantly see me get up. Let's try this again. I want to apologize.
I don't even know what BSimone, her shtick. It's just like, girl, I'm telling you, the pick me to Christian pick me pipeline is a very short one. It's just you hopping from one place to another, trying to have some type of validation from a male source, a man idea, for you to be like, I'm just using him. I'm using him, the Holy Spirit. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. It was a little mark on my glasses. Let me clean it, girl. Hey, girl. BSimone gets on my nerves. As if can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell? She gets on my nerves. Girl, I'm in a good mood today. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday. We're gonna upload this whole video today. It's gonna be uploaded. I should do it unedited. I should do an unedited of this video today because it's been very chaotic. It's been very, there go that dog. It's not gonna stop. The whole day it barks the whole day. Yesterday it was barking so much. I was like, I'm trying to think, is the dog being harmed? Or is he just like gets excited and just barks about everything? He stopped, but he gonna start again. He gonna start right back up. See? Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. Girl, we might have to roll up to something else. Okay, girl, BSimone. Okay. She says, what y'all eating for breakfast? I'm mad I forgot to buy grits. So it looks like bacon, eggs, and toast with a banana. Girl, we is tired. I mean, just work a 12-hour shift tired. Leave us alone. We appreciate the steps towards accountability. Girl, bye. We don't even remember what you said or did. I love my sissy. Let's keep winning. Posting this at the beginning of your 9 to 5s just pissed me off. Y'all not tired of this lady? Ain't not one single person ever went to sleep thinking. Ain't not one single person ever went to sleep thinking about what BSimone said. This girl has been apologizing for 3 years straight now. She stole this whole apology too. Not she plagiarized the apology. That was funny. Okay, let's move on. When I tell you, you have to curate your timeline. Let me tell you what's in my explore page. Okay, it just refreshed. It's nails, a cat, some frames on a wall, like a frame collage on a wall, somebody getting some grills, some baked sushi, A girl with a little short platinum haircut. Madonna, old picture of Madonna. Somebody with a tattoo of a heart inside of their hand that says art, love. And then a hand with these long cat-like fingernails. This is oh, that's Tommy with a grill. That's in my that's in my For You. Is that For You? These nails are pretty. Yeah, it's just nails, girl. It's just colorful nails, grills, food. These nails are cute. Oh, these nails are really cute. I want these. These are really cute. Look at those. Can y'all see those? Ooh, I like these. What's going on? Okay. I'm out of here, y'all. Take care of each other, okay? Protect your energy. Let's get down. This is so fun. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, surrounded by all the trees and things. Okay, guys, I gotta go. So take care of each other, protect your energy, have a good weekend. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.